Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy 45 back with another edition of the High Seat. Uh, this is something different. I want to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? I call this episode "Open Letter." So, give you a little backstory behind it. You know what I'm saying? First off, let me go ahead and hit my introduction. You feel me?
You hot seat.
Okay, so like I was saying, little backstory on this. I was I follow this young lady. She's on my Instagram. Dope girl, dope young lady. She's an author. She, you know what I'm saying, she travels the world. She does a lot of different things. Well, she made this post one day, and it said, "I'm no longer dating. If you're interested in me, I need a 500 word essay on how you will not waste my time." And me being the person that I am, I'm like, yo, like, bet, say less. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna even lie to y'all, man. I actually wrote the 500 word essay. You know what I'm saying? I actually wrote it. But then they got me thinking, and I was like, damn, how come men always doing crazy things to gain a woman's attention? But what crazy things has a woman done to gain a man's attention? You know what I'm saying? It just made me think. It just made me think about that. So I was just like, women, I get it. Y'all get the short end of the stick a lot of times in relationships and things like that. I understand completely. But the man in me is just like, man, hold on, man. I make a decent living. I'm creative. I'm successful. I'm good looking. I'm packing from the waist down. I got a lot to offer. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm thinking like, damn, why should I subject myself to writing a 500 word essay just to gain the attention of a woman? You know what I'm saying? How come she can't see some of these qualities in me that I see in her, or like a man sees in a woman in general, right? So this podcast is dedicated to her. This is my open letter to her and to any woman out there who I run across and I find attractive and I deem, you know what I'm saying, hey, like I want to get to know a little bit better. You know, the number one reason why I would never waste a woman's time is because I'm a busy man myself. I have goals, aspiration, things like that. I'm working on starting a film company. I'm working on my TV show right now. And I'm trying to find sponsors and producers, anything like that. So if you're out there and you want to donate, holla at your boy. You dig? Anyway, uh, I have lots of things going. I teach. I'm a school teacher. I teach at-risk youth, things like that. And that job takes a lot of energy and it takes a lot of time. I'm also a father as well. I have a little girl. She's about to graduate from high school to go to college. Hey, Moo, I know you're not listening to this, but just want to shout you out. And then my son, you know what I'm saying? He's in the seventh grade, getting ready to go to the eighth grade. So, dealing with that, everything like that. And like I said, I'm just trying to get my hustle on. I'm a writer and I'm just trying to get my work out there, get in front of the right eyes, try to sell some shows, sell some movies, things like that. So that's one of many reasons why I'll never waste a woman's time. And another reason why I would never waste a woman's time is because I've had my time wasted. I know what that feels like. I was with a woman for 3 years off and on, and we kept talking about family and the next step, all this other stuff. But every time we were planning a baby, she would go and she would have an abortion behind my back, and that sounds crazy, right? Just like, damn, why would you stay in a situation like that? And to be completely honest with you, the reason why I stayed in that situation was because I was ready to settle down. I was ready to settle. You know what I'm saying? I've sold my wild sexual oats. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been there, done that. It was fun. You know what I'm saying? I partied, all that good stuff. And I was just like, you know what? I see the good in this woman, even though she couldn't see the good in herself. But at the end of the day, I wasted my time and I had my time wasted. And so I would never ever do that same thing to another person. Um, you know, I get it. And what's even more crazy is, I meet women who've been married, and the first thing they say to me is like, "Yo, I'm not looking for nothing serious." Okay, so then what are you looking for? What is it that you want? You know what I'm saying? And like they can't really answer that question. They can't really answer the question, and it throws me for a loop because I'm like, well, you've been married, so if I approach you like a regular chick, you're gonna feel some type of way, like you're not a regular chick. So which one is it? You know what I'm saying? I've been in situations where I told women like, hey, I'm open to getting to know you, to dating you, but when it gets to that step as far as like trying to move in with one another, I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just us have separate houses. You know what I'm saying? And we spend time with each other when we can. We see each other when we can. I don't see no wrong in that. Maybe other people who listening, maybe they'll find something wrong with what I'm saying, and that's perfectly fine. You well in your rights. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but at the end of the day, how many men out there would have written that letter like I did, but they would have given it to the person that it was for? I think there's a lot. You know what I'm saying? I feel like being a man in 2022, you're in a tough position. You don't know what to expect anymore, right? Women like women. Women just want to fuck. Women that just says no, they're not trying to fuck, but then they low key really trying to fuck. Women who put you in these odd positions. Like if you don't buy them a birthday gift, they feel like you don't value them, value their time. But then they turn around and say like, "Hey, you don't have to do anything for me. I can do it myself. I don't need a man for anything. I just need company from time to time." So which one is it? It's kind of confusing, right? But for a woman, I know, like I said again, I know there are women out there who feel like men do nothing but waste their time. I have friends who've been in long relationships with men, and for whatever reason, it didn't work out, and they feel like, "Oh, I wasted my time," and I hate that for them. But I truly feel like that there were signs there that showed them that this wasn't the person for them, and they just tried to ignore the signs, like I did. Right? I just ignored them because I was just ready. I was in a place I thought mentally where I was just ready to settle down, and I wasn't tripping. As long as this woman was satisfying me sexually, it didn't matter how she made me feel emotionally, right? I just cared about that physical. And, maybe it's the same way for women. But then again, I know women who've been in long relationships and they said the sex was terrible. So I don't know what to expect. I know women who've been married for 15 years, 16 years, 17 years, and they didn't enjoy having sex with their husband. They said it was terrible. They didn't really love their husband. They just had kids with somebody, and they felt like that was the right thing to do, was to ride it out. So they couldn't ride it out anymore. So it just all goes back to the original question. Like, man, wasting somebody's time. Like, I could never do that. I could never waste anybody's time. I have all these friends and family members who've been through these relationships and situations or situationships, and they've all explained to me that their time was wasted. And so I never want to be that person. I'm very upfront, I'm very honest. And somebody was to say, "Hey, man, 4 or 5, man, what kind of woman do you want?" I would say, "Man, I want a woman who's confident. I want a woman who's caring, who's understanding. I want a woman who has a relationship with God. I want a woman who is believes in family. Uh, so when things come up in my family, it goes back to the understanding part. I want a woman who makes her own money, who can stand on her own too, but is cool enough, is woman enough to take a back seat and let me lead in certain instances, right? And then vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I want a strong woman who can take charge as well too. I want a woman who wears strong bikinis. And I know that sounds crazy, but I design clothes. And so the clothes that I design, well, it's like, they're sexy, they're risque, but it's for confident people to wear. And I want to be able to share that part of my life with the person that I'm with. You know what I'm saying? And do I believe in love? Yeah, I believe in love. I believe in marriage. I believe in all that. But I feel like everything takes time. And I feel like sometimes when women put it out there that they're not looking for marriage or they're not looking for a certain thing, that they are setting themselves up for failure because there are men out there who are going to take advantage, or do these women put that disclaimer out there for a certain type of man, knowing that they're not, well, let me see, how can I say this? Like, would a woman tell a man with no job, no goals, no aspirations, that she's not looking for anything serious? I don't think so. I think she would tell a successful man, like, yo, I'm not looking for nothing serious. That's just my way of thinking. Maybe I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. Hey, but I just think that women know what they're doing when they put these disclaimers out to some of these men. You know what I'm saying? But then, on the flip side of that, why do you get offended when a man just comes at you sexually? It's like, well, shit. If you're not trying to marry me, if I can't buy you sweet gifts or do things like that, travel, then what am I here for? What is this going to be? More, it can't be. You're already telling me it can't be. There can't be anything on the emotional surface. So obviously, I'm gonna have to go with the physical, right? Again, like I said, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. I'm just thinking. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't write any of this stuff down, but I'm just thinking out loud, and I'm like, oh man, there are men out there who would write that letter in a heartbeat, But how many women would write that letter for a man? How many women would go out their way and to write a letter like that for a man, explaining to him how they won't waste his time? You know what I'm saying? Um, I feel like women have been down for so long, but as far as being mistreated by a man, and I sympathize with that. I really do. I really do. But you know how they say hurt people hurt people? I don't like that saying. I don't like that at all. I feel like what's good for you should be able to be good for me. Um, hey, there are women out there who date men who live with their baby mama. You know what I'm saying? But you know, how many? How many women really do that? How many strong women actually do that? Or is it mostly women who have low self-esteem that takes on situations like that? It just makes me think, right? I know a friend, he's talking to this girl, she lives with her baby daddy, they're not together, but he's still trying to talk to her, he's shooting a shot at her. And I think she's feeling him, from what he tells me, she's feeling him back. But it's like, damn, is this what it comes to? That a man has to subject himself to that? And you might turn around and say, well, women been doing it, but yeah, but what type of woman? What type of woman? You get what I'm saying? I'm not a I'm not the what's that guy, the Samuel's guy. I'm not him or anything like that. I don't hate women. I love women. I think women are the most beautiful thing God has ever created. I love women. I big up women. I want to see all women be successful. You all queens, all that good stuff. But it's just, I just thought about it, and I wanted to share my thoughts. And yeah, this has been another edition of the Hot Seat. I hope you enjoy it.